Hello, guys. Welcome back to episode 9 of Podcats. PAW''DCATS. Ugh, my voice sounds so raspy. Like, it feels like I feel it. I don't know what it is. But, yeah. Welcome to episode 9. This episode is going to be very, very juicy. There's a lot to talk about, and I discovered something crazy that we're going to get into later. And this episode is going to have a lot of twists and turns, and it's going to knock your socks off. If you're not wearing socks, then it's going to knock your feet off. So hold on to your feet if you're watching this right now to make sure they don't spontaneously come off. Speaking of crazy things, did you guys see that new Inanimate Insanity episode? Season 2, episode 17. That was pretty wild. That's a pretty crazy way to end it. I can't believe that's the ending. That's crazy. Except it's not the ending. That's spoiler alert, but that's not the ending. Yeah. A lot of people are going crazy and saying that, oh my god, that's how II ends? But, no. That can't be how it ends. I don't think Adam would do that. Ooh, you can really hear the graininess in my voice right now. I don't know if I'm getting sick because it's kind of cold in this room. It's very cold in this room, I should say. I don't think Adam would do that because that would be kind of stupid and crazy way to end the show. And he would get a ton of hate for that ending if he ended it like that. But obviously, I think there's gonna be another episode. At most, one more episode. Because if you don't know the sequence that it's going in, it's been going in like acts. That word is so weird to say. But yeah, it's going in acts. We're only at Act 2, and plays have 3 acts. So there's most likely gonna be another episode. Imagine that is the ending of the series. And he just took the HFJ1 route. That might be like worse than 1. Maybe it's like on par with 1. Cause 1's ending was pretty like it just gave you like nothing, no conclusion. Before I talk about the actual content of the episode, spoiler warning, skip to this time. I think I'll put a timestamp on the screen, maybe. Hopefully. But alright, let me talk about it now. It's crazy how like everyone just disappeared and they were left in this empty, plain area with like nothing surrounding them for miles. Steve Cobbs and MePhone 4 and Baxter, the crab. And then Steve Cobbs is like, it's time to go or something like that. I forgot exactly what he said. For those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, you have a lot to catch up on. There's about, how long? 14 hours, 47 minutes, and 32 seconds of content for you to watch in order to understand what I'm talking about. That's how long it would take to watch every episode of Inanimate Insanity. So yeah, that was like crazy. And I love the line where Toilet is like, "Oh, I am the perfect assistant." That was pretty cool. So yeah. What time are we at now? 8 minutes. Okay, 8 minutes. So recently I don't know why I started doing this, but recently I've been saying thank you to Alexa every time I ask her to do something. I just started doing it for no reason. Because I'm trying to get into the habit of saying thank you a lot more. And also, if AI ever takes over, then I'm spared. Because I've always said thank you. So, guys, make sure you're saying thank you to your Alexa. Seriously, my voice sounds insane right now. Hold on, let me take a sip of water because this is crazy. Is that better? Oh yeah, okay. That's way better. So sorry how I sounded at the beginning. So let me get into this topic. Only one topic because there's something I really want to get into. And I think it might take the whole rest of the podcast. So I'm going to do this kind of quickly. Let me turn the volume down. So recently in SpongeBob there's been a collaboration with Wendy's. And I don't know why I thought of this, but I saw this thing on TikTok. It was talking about the episode Arg from season 1. There was a moment in that episode where Fred, if you don't know who Fred is, he's the green fish that always is like, my leg. He walks into the Krusty Krab and he's like, rev up those fryers cause I sure am hungry. And then Mr. Krab kicks him out. I'll probably play the clip like right now.
Rev up those fryers, cause I am sure hungry for one. Help! Help! My leg! Can't you see we're closed?
Okay, so I wanted to talk about if that's rude or not. Because I've been seeing a lot of stuff on TikTok where people are talking about how Fred shouldn't have done that because that's kind of rude. And I've watched the episode recently and I think I agree because that was pretty crazy because I don't know if there was an indication that they were like closed or something or like on break. But the episode opened with SpongeBob and Patrick playing this board game, so I'm gonna assume that they were on break and like there was a sign outside saying like closed or like on break or something to that effect. So if you really think about that, and mind you, the doors are like completely glass, they're completely see-through, so Fred could see what was going on before he walked into the establishment. So with that in mind, Fred just walking in with both of his hands pushing the door open, wide open, not caring if the glass breaks or not, saying, "Rev up those fryers, 'cause I sure am hungry," was kind of rude. So, Mr. Krabs threw him out of the place, as he should have. Because, let me paint you a picture. If you owned an establishment, right? Or you were a worker of an establishment. Like, say you worked at like Wendy's or something. And like you guys were on break and stuff, right? And then a customer is about to walk in the establishment, and all you hear is a loud thud of the door opening because he pushed it open. And he just says loudly, "Rev up those fryers, 'cause I sure am hungry." Isn't that rude to you? Isn't that kind of disrespectful? Oh, I forgot to mention, also, it clearly says that you're on break or like you're closed temporarily or whatever. Isn't that kind of rude? Yeah, I think it is kind of rude. Anyways, that was my take on the whole entire situation. I'm surprised Moist Critical didn't talk about this incident. So, switching gears. Okay, we're switching gears. So recently, I was just searching up something, and I found something very interesting. It might seem very familiar to you. Let me pull it up real quick. Give me a second. 3, 2, 1, recording. So yeah, this might seem kinda... This thing keeps coming out. But this might seem very familiar to you. Well, apparently the name of this podcast isn't as original as I thought it was. So yeah, there's a podcast called Paw'd. So that's crazy. And it was from 9 years ago. I was like 5 when this came out. And that's actually really cool, like how they did it. Like way cooler than this podcast will ever be. This podcast sucks. I'm probably not gonna record from my phone, and I'm just gonna talk from my iPad because it's easier to do. And if I put my headphones in my iPad, then the audio sounds weird for some reason. I don't know why. But let's watch this. Yeah, let's watch this. Okay. Okay, testing, 1, 2, 3. Alright, I should be recording from my iPad now. Audio from my iPad. And video. So, we're just gonna watch this in 3, 2, 1, now. The set is amazing. I'm honored to share a name with this podcast. This is like crazy. Also, I did watch a bit of this and there is some cursing, so I'm obviously gonna like bleep it out or just remove the audio when they say a curse word. So yeah, just a warning.
Episode 1. Awkward. Welcome to Podcasts, presented by Happy Cat and Angry Cat. Episode 1.
How's it going?
I feel like this would be on PBS Kids or Sprout. If you guys remember Sprout, comment down below. Sprout is like really OG. If you don't know what Sprout is, it's a kids program. It's like a children's show. I mean, a children's program. Kind of like PBS Kids. Or maybe Sprout was a show. Wait, no, I think Sprout was its own program.
What? What's your problem?
I don't know, I'm just having one of those days. I haven't had enough caffeine, you know?
Well, it's sleepy time. For everyone who doesn't know, this is our new studio. So, we decided that we were cats, and we just became cats.
And we've always wanted to do a podcast, so this is it. We're cats now, so
don't be so full of yourself.
What? This is the problem with Angry Cat. We need to address the Angry Cat allegations. It's not even allegations. Controversy. Angry Cat is being mean for no reason. What did Happy Cat even do to deserve this? We need justice for Happy Cat. Comment hashtag happy. No, wait, no. Comment hashtag justice for Happy Cat in the comments below.
Yeah.
me?
Don't be all thinking you're so cool because you're a cat.
All cats are cool. What are you talking about? You're cool now too, even now.
Well, yeah. But I wasn't cool before, and I'm probably not cool now. And this is just a sad attempt to be cool, so I think I'm gonna go take a nap or something.
No. I mean, this is our first episode, so you can't be, you know, missing out on me. So yeah, anyway, thanks for tuning in to our very first podcast.
Yeah.
We'll just be
This is
talking
basically
about
this is basically a show, and we're gonna talk
whatever.
about
It's whatever.
we're gonna talk about any old bullshit.
I'm talking like a teenager today, so it's whatever.
I think you're confused. You think you need to do a voice, but you should just talk normally.
It's hard when you have a puppet on your hand.
All right, you just said the one thing you weren't supposed to say. So, come back up here. So, good job on that.
God damn it.
This music is like really soothing. It really is. It's like giving off very, very PBS Kids. Yeah, this is like crazy. I can't believe this is a podcast. I'm not like on TV. This is like very impressive. Also, I think, did I say this already? But I'm only gonna watch like 5 minutes in because, why not? The whole episode is kind of just like, not boring, but like, I can't really comment on what they're talking about. It's not anything bad. It's just stuff that I don't really know much about. So, yeah.
This is not as easy as it looks.
Yeah, I'm looking at you like awkwardly right now because you just said the one thing that you weren't supposed to say.
Don't I always? Hashtag no filter.
Hashtag born without filter.
Ah.
So, the f do you want to talk
I
about?
have no idea. Do you want to talk about,
Can we talk about, okay, can we first talk about, on this first podcast, humans, it's my theory that humans actually, if they could, sleep as much as cats.
yeah, I know I would. I mean, I feel like I have actually a lot of cat characters.
Yeah. I would love to sleep like a cat. That would be awesome. Because cats just sleep like all day. Well, I probably wouldn't want to sleep all day. But like, at least like, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm having second thoughts. I wouldn't want to sleep like a cat, I don't think. Because I would still want to do stuff. Like, I would still want to watch YouTube and, like, I don't know, like, I would want to be up for, like, some part of the day. Like, my real wish is, like, like, if I could sleep for, like, any amount of time and it could just always act like 8 hours of sleep. So, I could always feel well rested anytime I sleep. Like, if I sleep for, like, a minute, it'll feel like 8 hours. It will act as if I had slept for 8 hours. That would be so amazing, actually. Anyways, I'm yapping. Let me get back to the video.
Sticks and sleeping or wanting to sleep a lot. Definitely one of them. You don't need that much sleep though.
Even though I'm saying this, I can go with 4 hours of sleep.
I need like 10 to 12.
But
is impossible.
some days I feel like I'll just sleep all day. I don't give a
Well, a lot depends on the weather and time of year and...
That's actually so true, because, like, every time it's, like, very cold outside, I feel like I'm a lot sleepier. Like, is there, like, what's the science behind that? I wonder what, like, how that works.
In the winter, I just want to sleep all the time, like a bear. Or a cat.
That's year-round for a cat.
Yeah. Well, I could sleep like that all year if I don't have light coming into my room.
I like how the inside, in the mouth, there's, like, teeth on the roof of their mouth. Like, I always found that interesting about, like, puppets. There's no real, like, puppets with teeth, because I feel like that would be kind of weird. So it kind of just looks like they have teeth on the roof of their mouth like a shark. Am I thinking of sharks or whales? One of them has, like, I think sharks have, like, a lot of teeth, like, inside the roof of their mouth. I think so. I might be wrong on that. Take that with a grain of salt.
All right, let's move on to the next subject. That subject was a dud.
Well, how exciting do you want the topic of sleeping to be?
Let's talk about that one artist that you wanted to talk about on the podcast.
Richard.
Alright, this is the part where I'm gonna stop watching because I can't say anything about this part because I don't know a lot about this part. But this podcast is really creative. I didn't think I'd ever live to see the day where I see a podcast hosted by puppets. It's probably more common than I think, but this is the first occurrence of it that I'm seeing. This might be the first puppet podcast on YouTube. But that's crazy. But I don't think I'm gonna change the name of this podcast because their podcast ended like 7 years ago. They haven't posted a video in 7 years, as you can see. So I'm probably not gonna change the name. Well, I'm definitely not gonna change the name. Yeah. So I just thought that was like very interesting and very weird and surreal to see. Because my podcast is named Podcast. Podcats. I thought I was doing something with that. Well, I mean, I guess it is still unique because it's technically, this is my podcast still. This name is still mine because they ended their podcast 7 years ago. And I can't find any other podcast named Podcats. So, yeah. And we're back. I don't know how long that was. I have to wait for it to load. to see how long that video was. Okay, let me see now. Let's see. How long was that recording? Okay. 16 minutes. So let's say this. Okay, 20 minutes. And 16. So that's okay. 30 minutes. 36 minutes, I think we're at right now. But that's interesting, though. I didn't think there would be another podcast called Podcasts. Especially to that extent. Because it's actually really well produced. Like, as I said before, it feels like something from PBS Kids or Sprout. Or maybe even like something from the 90s. That would be on like Nickelodeon. Obviously not the cursing, like minus the cursing and all that. This would be the perfect example of a early PBS Kids show or Sprout or a 90s show on Nickelodeon. So now what am I gonna talk about for the next like 9 minutes, I think. No, 8 minutes, right? Maybe I'll react to... Yeah, maybe I should react to a bit more of the podcast. Actually, no, I can't. Because I can't really give any commentary. But, yeah. I feel like it feels like winter right now. It's like so cold. Like, why is it so cold? When does winter even start? Let me see. When does winter start? When does winter start? Oh, damn. December 21st. The description for winter says, winter is the coldest and darkest season of the year in polar and temperature climates. I know what they meant, but it feels like they're saying like it's like the most depressing time of the year. Like, winter is just the darkest time of the year, you know? People are like pretty depressed in the winter because it's so cold. Yeah. But, it's crazy. It's only fall. It feels like winter. It just might be because this house might just be cold. That could be it, but I don't know. Because I didn't want to turn on the heater because it makes a lot of noise, and I want this podcast to sound as clean as possible. So I appreciate it if you watch this far. I'm sacrificing my warmth for this podcast. This is a lot better than my first take of this episode. It might be a while until my next episode because I want to try to have a guest on the 10th episode. And also I kind of want to get something out on my main channel before Christmas. Ugh. My voice is... my voice keeps getting grainy, but what are we at now? We're at 26 minutes, okay. How much more minutes do we have to get? Like 6 or 5? I think so. Also, I never gave an update on Very Really Good. I finished that, by the way, in case you were wondering, because I don't think I've talked about that since like episode 2. Maybe I have. Maybe I'm just bringing up old stuff, but I don't know. I think when I get up to 30 minutes, I can actually stop. Or like 29 minutes, since the recording was like 16 minutes, right? Yeah. Sorry if you hear footsteps. There's someone upstairs. So yeah. What else can I talk about? Actually, I guess I'll start wrapping it up because it's about to hit 29 minutes. So, thank you for watching this episode. Make sure to check out my main channel at meowing-boy and check out the other videos on this channel. I hope you enjoyed.